You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys, we knew that this day was coming. The NBA All-Star Game. I actually used to love the NBA All-Star Game, guys, but of course I haven't watched the NBA in years. Adam Silver, man. I already said it, man. This guy's the worst commissioner in sports. This man has let the players destroy this league. And now Adam Silver has killed the All-Star Game, folks. Yes, NBA All-Star Game is no more. And he has announced a new DISASTROUS tournament, which will actually feature non-All-Stars, folks. Now, All-Star Weekend is supposed to be 3-point contest, I guess the skills challenge, 3-point shootout. And the main event was always on Sunday, the All-Star Game. It's not going to happen anymore, guys. It is not going to happen anymore. If I'm not mistaken, guys, last year during the All-Star Game, it was pretty bad. Okay? Now, for the most part, guys, all these All-Star Games are pretty bad. The Pro Bowl wasn't good. NBA All-Star Game really wasn't good. Actually, really, guys, the highlight of All-Star Weekend in the NBA was the dunk contest. And we know that the dunk contest isn't any good. Well, Adam Silver now has announced the death of the NBA All-Star Game, guys. Yeah, this is not good. What he is replacing this with is something that we actually heard about. A tournament. Basically, pick up basketball, guys. Pick up basketball. And it's actually going to feature a team that doesn't have any All-Stars. So what is the point of actually having an All-Star Weekend when you're actually going to allow non-All-Stars to actually participate with the All-Stars? Doesn't make any sense, guys. Doesn't make any sense. Now, this may not be as bad as what the NFL has done to the Pro Bowl. Now, the Pro Bowl game is done. They come up with flag football. Looks pretty bad. I remember watching a little bit of it just to kind of get a feel for it. It was horrible, man. Horrible. And now I guess this is the NBA version of that. Look here, guys. NBA announces revamp All-Star tournament for San Francisco. You notice that they didn't say All-Star Game because there is no more All-Star Game. Okay? And by the way, guys, Kevin Durant doesn't like this whatsoever, guys. Doesn't like it whatsoever. Let's go ahead and read some of this, guys. It says the NBA's All-Star Game is going to be an All-Star tournament this season, with the league announcing Tuesday that it has finalized plans to use a different format for the upcoming mid-season showcase in San Francisco. And the scoring is sure to be down. Way, way, way down, of course. This season's format is a 4-team, 3-game, 1-night tournament with 3 teams of 8 All-Stars apiece, and the 4th team being the winner of the Rising Stars Challenge for first and second round year players. See what I mean, folks? All-Star Game, tournament, whatever you want to call it, that actually has non-All-Stars in it. Yeah, the Rising Stars people are not All-Stars. The winning team in all games will be the first to score 40 points. They're trying to make this thing more competitive, guys. But this will fail. It'll happen February 16th at the home of the Golden State Warriors. The Rising Stars event is there February 14th, headlining All-Star Friday. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has wanted a more competitive All-Star event for some time. And this change comes after the teams combined to score a record 397 points. Wow. 211 to 186 was the final in last season's game in Indianapolis. The teams combined to take 289 shots in that game. 94% of those being either inside the paint or beyond the three-point line. Guys, the mid-range shot is dead, man. It is dead in the NBA. Nobody wants to see this, guys. Adam Silver, man, seems to always want to outthink the room. This NBA Cup, guys, year number 2, nobody's watching. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the NBA Cup final is today. And I'm willing to bet, guys, that the ratings are going to be a disaster. They should just have East versus West, just like it worked for decades in the NBA. But oh no, we can't do that anymore. You know, they started with these team captains, and they started picking teams. That didn't work either. Just go back to East versus West. I think eventually, guys, the NBA at this rate may end up getting rid of East versus West. And that'll be the final death knell of the NBA right here. Man, this is absolutely crazy here, man. This is what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from OKC said. Quote, obviously, with the elephant in the room being us competing, them trying to shake things up is expected and makes sense. A likely all-star selection for this season for the third time, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to whether the players want to go at it, and I would love to see that. Love to be part of that for sure, and hopefully it happens. But the thing is, man, this is an exhibition still. Do you really think those players are actually going to go out there and play hard and risk getting injured in a meaningless tournament? This all-star game or all-star tournament, whatever you want to call it, pickup basketball, means nothing. These players are still not going to go all out based on nothing. This game means nothing. This little tournament means nothing. Man, what a disaster, man. What a disaster. And they're still voting right now, guys. And honestly, I don't really care about voting here. Look here, it says there's a prize pool of $1.8 million for the All-Star game. Each player on the All-Star champion team gets $125,000, which is pocket change to the amount of money an All-Star player actually gets. This means nothing. The runner-up gets $50,000, and players on the teams eliminated in the semifinals will get $25,000. Folks, they fine players in the NBA $25,000. And these players don't miss anything. None. But Kevin Durant actually went off on the NBA here for this. Let's go ahead and listen in and see what Kevin Durant actually has to say about this here. Let's go ahead and play it.
I don't know. I think there might be something to that. What do you think, Perk?
Well, I mean, he should blame themselves, his peers. It's a reason that everything is switching up. It's a reason that they're going with different formats. It's because guys have started to take the NBA All-Star game for granted and wasn't competing. It's not about getting the flap back. It's about guys not being an All-Star and competing in the All-Star game.
See, I thought they were actually going to have the audio of what Kevin Durant has said. But this is what he said right here. They have it right here. He says, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. We should just go back to East versus West. We'll see how this one works. Yeah. I agree with Kevin Durant. Go back to East versus West.
For granted. That's what it was all about. So, again, I got to see it first. I will say this. When it comes down to Adam Silver, who I believe is the best commissioner in sports.
What? Adam Silver, best commissioner in sport? Nah.
And the NBA, they haven't got it wrong yet. In-season tournament, play-in tournament, now the new format. I need to see it first before I judge.
Look, I don't criticize KD. I think his opinion is shared by a lot of people. So many changes. Is this going to work or is it not? And I believe he's a hooper's hooper. Anytime he steps on the floor, he honors the game. I think he's speaking to the surroundings in this circumstance. And how do you build that motivation for those players to simply just play for the fans? I'm someone who's privileged in this company to work both sides, women's college basketball, WNBA, NBA. And what I witnessed last year in the WNBA All-Star All-Star game. They understood that this was a moment for the fans to really bring them in. A lot of people first time watching the WNBA, and it delivered. And just finding that joy and that passion and that pride and that sense of accountability as a group to just go out there and hoop, because that's what the game needs right now.
Yeah.
And I think that's in KD and now needs to be spread. And it's in Steph too.
Right.
Because I know he's in a lot of conversations to make this happen.
Absolutely. But Steph, KD, LeBron, they're all getting older. And so the mantle is going to fall on these younger players who need to decide if they want to carry the torch that has been passed on to them in this game that's kind of been the All-Star game that's been built and a lot of fun for many years.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there, guys. What was he actually thinking right there when he said that Adam Silver is the best commissioner in sports? Does he not realize that the viewership for the NBA is way down? They've lost like 48% of their audience since 2012. Adam Silver actually had a lot to do with that. And now he comes up with this bright idea to take away the All-Star game, guys. Nah. I'm going to leave it right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.